All right, what's going on, everyone? Hopefully by looking at the title, you know what this video is about. And I mentioned in my previous video that I was trying to get out this video in time for Thursday. So now you are seeing the video. Now you know what the news is about. And for those of you that are new here, maybe never met me, don't know who I am, is I was doing the coaching under Squats and Science, the company, and now I'm switching over which company I'm working under, now under the Strength Guy. So I'm going to do a quick little background of Squats and Science and how I got started, all that kinds of stuff, and then explain why I'm going through the change. There's nothing bad here between me and Squats and Science or anything like that. And if you're not interested in getting this whole background story and everything like that, then you can always just skip this video and go watch a different video. But basically, I met Jordan Berke, who basically started up Squats and Science and is like the president of Squats and Science, back in 2010 when we're both going to Florida State University. He started up the FSU weightlifting club there, and I joined the weightlifting club, and that's when I met him back in 2010. So that's when I first met him, about 10 years ago at this point. And then from there, we ended up competing in USA Powerlifting, and we had other people join us. For example, Chris Myers, who started up the gyms down here in Boynton Barbell and Broward Barbell, and is also part owner of the gyms up in New York, SNS Barbell. He started competing with us in 2011, and soon after that we had Nate Zephyr compete with us, who does the ammonia salts, the inhale for Squats and Science. So they kind of started up the gyms up in New York first, and then doing the smelling salts, and then somewhere around 2015 is when they talked to me and said like, hey, why don't you just come and do your online coaching? Because before that I was doing it just by myself, just like a made up name, and saying, hey, why don't you just come and do it underneath our name? The benefit being that now I'm under the Squats and Science name and the reach of Squats and Science with the gyms and just like their online presence versus me just being on my own, trying to reach everyone on my own. And then the benefit for them is that they can offer online powerlifting coaching services on their website, which I would be doing, anyone who comes in, and also whoever I talk to, I can always, tell them about Squats and Science, tell them about the ammonia salts, tell them about the gyms we have, tell them about the meets that we run, all that kinds of stuff. So it kind of helps each other out. From then in 2015 until now, they went from that one gym location in Williamsburg to now having two locations and moving into a brand new location where they're separate from the CrossFit gym that they used to work with in Williamsburg. And they brought in other coaches that coach as independent contractors in the gym, and also different general managers that work at the general manager day-to-day stuff for the gym. So over this time, we slowly, while we're still on the same path and the same overall goal, we slowly drifted a little bit further away, where their focus is more on the gyms, getting the gym membership, the in-person coaching, and all that kind of stuff related to the gym, because they get all their money from the gym stuff, like the gym membership and the in-person coaching, versus me, since I do only the online coaching, I don't do any in-person coaching. All my focus is trying to build out my online reach and build out my online powerlifting clients. So that's where I get all my money from, is all that online coaching money comes directly to me. So like I said, while we're still on the same path or similar direction, our focus and our goals are slightly deviating from each other, where I want to put all my time, effort, and money into online coaching, versus they want to put more of their time, effort, and money into building out the gym membership and the in-person coaching. So then it becomes like, a little battle of like, hey, where do we put the time? Where do we put the focus? Like, I have my projects over here I want to focus on. I want people to help me out. And they have their projects that they want to focus on. They want me to help them out. And so slowly over time, it's just like this little bit of change. And I started thinking about like, hey, what if I switched? Either one, I go back to just doing things completely on my own, like I was before I started with Squats and Science, or what other online powerlifting coaching companies are out there where I can join them and then get the reach that they have, which is more focused on the online powerlifting coaching rather than just the gym membership and the in-person coaching. So as far as the doing things on my own, I was thinking it's pretty much the same as what I'm doing under Squats and Science, because when I'm under Squats and Science, everything is pretty much on my own. I do my own marketing and advertising, get my own leads, do my own coaching calls with them, and then have them sign up with me and do the coaching, do all the payment system, everything I do on my own. So if I went off on my own, the only difference would be is I'd have a different name. Instead of calling it, Squats and Science Coaching, I would just come up with some other name and call it Coach Area and whatever powerlifting coaching services or anything like that, and go back to what I originally was. So as far as that, there wasn't really any benefit. Yeah, I have a different name. Yeah, maybe I can change the marketing a little bit, but still be doing everything myself, all the expenses myself, all revenue coming to me, same as I was under Squats and Science. So then the other option was, okay, seeing what other online powerlifting coaching companies are out there, what kind of reach do they have, are they looking for someone to bring on, everything like that. And so I spoke with John Downing, who is one of the owners of the Strength Guys, and then eventually talked to Jason Tremblay, who is also also one of the owners, and then talked to a couple of the other coaches and saw that yes, they have a lot of demand. They are constantly needing more coaches to basically take on all the demand that they're getting, and they'd be interested in having me because obviously they see me as a high level coach and I fit basically their personality, their programming style, all that kind of stuff. So after a few meetings here and there, I had to make a decision, like, do I want to make the change, or do I want to just stay where I am at? And that's the tough part for a lot of people when it comes to, some kind of life-changing decision or even smaller decisions. It's difficult. Like, do you make the change? Do you not make the change? Do you stay where you are and maybe it's safer, or you think it's safer? Or do you take this risk but maybe have higher potential by taking that risk? And oftentimes we end up going into indecision mode, which is like, we'd rather just not make the decision thinking that that's the best thing to do. I'm not going to choose to stay here. I'm not going to choose to go there. I'm just not going to make a decision, which kind of naturally defaults to, staying with where you're at, staying with that company or whatever decision you are making. But sometimes indecision is the worst decision because you're just kind of like, slowing yourself down. You're kind of just saying like, hey, I'm too scared to do anything. I just won't do anything. And hopefully, the problem will just go away. But the problem is not going to go away. So at some point you have to make a decision. And oftentimes, like a saying I hear is that you don't make the right decision, you make the decision right. And the thing is that one of those decisions, whatever it is that you're doing, and for me, it's not like this decision is right, this decision is wrong, this isn't going to make me $1 million, this decision is going to send me broke, is that they're both viable options, and part of it is which one you want, which one you believe in, and which one you're going to put the time and effort and everything to make sure it's successful. So you have to make your decision right. When you pick that, whatever it is, when you pick that option, then you have to put all of yourself, 100% of your effort into that decision and make that the right decision. So then when you look back, you're like, oh man, I made the right decision, but really you made the decision right. So I talked about it with both sides, with Squats and Science and the Strength Guys a couple of times, and I thought about it on my own and everything like that, and I finally made the decision, okay, after 5 or so years with Squats and Science, I'm gonna make the switch over to Strength Guys and see what I can do with a bigger team that the Strength Guys has, since they have more coaches and more that focus on the online powerlifting coaching, which is what I've always wanted to do. So when I started up back like 2013 or so, 2014, kind of transitioning into coaching from engineering, is I always liked the online powerlifting coaching aspect because I can reach a bigger community, I can reach more powerlifters. There was less powerlifting gyms back then, so I can reach the entire country and eventually other parts of the world. And then also I can do more things from home and on the road when I'm at competitions, refereeing or meet directing or scoring, whatever I'm doing. So like while I'm in a hotel after I refereed, I can always answer all my clients. Or if I'm in person, I am stuck at one gym, possibly paying a portion to that gym, and I have to always be there for the clients, and I have to actually be there not only in person for the specific sessions, but I also have to be in that city obviously every single week to coach those people every single week. So then I wouldn't be able to travel or go anywhere else unless I specifically, took certain times off so I can go to the World Championship or something like that. So with the Strength Guys, their focus is all online powerlifting coaching and also the online powerlifting nutrition and a little bit of bodybuilding in there. So really their focus is the same focus as mine, and they have a whole team of coaches around the entire world so that we can have a bigger reach around the whole world, reaching all the powerlifters out there that are looking for online powerlifting coaching, looking to improve themselves and basically be better in those powerlifting competitions. So that's where we're at now. We're making this transition. You're gonna see that the Strength Guys made the official announcement on their Instagram. I've already talked to all the coaches. I'm starting to transition all my stuff, so you're gonna see like logos and stuff change. Like you may even see the watermark right here on YouTube right now is no longer the Squats and Science logo, and I'm gonna be changing my website to take off all the Squats and Science coaching stuff and just switching it over to the Strength Guys, or just putting it as just Coach Arian, since I'm still an independent contractor underneath the Strength Guys. In addition, one of my emails is going to change because I used to have the Squats and Science email, arian@squatsandscience.com. So I'm having everyone switch over to my other emails, and eventually we'll be shutting that down. So I still have my normal one, arian11@gmail.com, and then now I have the new company one, arian@thestrengthguys.com. So I'll put those all down in the description below. So if anytime you do want to contact me, those are the emails to contact me from. And then from there, I'll make a video in the future going over basically the Strength Guys coaching services, how you can contact me or the company to reach one of the other coaches, and how everything works, since I made one previously going over how I do my coaching services when I was basically working underneath Squats and Science. I have my own website, website, my own sign up form, our own separate training file that was a Google Sheet. So now basically redo that video going over the Strength Guys website, how you can sign up, the prices, and show you a little bit about the Strength Guys athlete management system, which is currently an Excel file. They're looking to do some Google Sheets training log versions as well, but the training file they have with Excel has a lot more metrics and functionality and different things that they track versus what I had. So it makes for some good videos to kind of show you guys behind the scenes what kind of things they track as far as like volume, average intensity, the acute chronic workload ratio, all that kind of stuff. So maybe it'd be something that you're interested in, maybe things that you want to implement into your programming file if you are a coach. And if you are looking for coaching services, then maybe as a lifter, you know what to expect when you sign up. So hopefully that kind of goes a brief overview of my history as far as online powerlifting coaching, and then why after this 5 years under Squats and Science, I'm switching over to the Strength Guys. Like I said, there's no hard feelings between me and Squats and Science. Like I said, I've known Jordan Berke for over 10 years, so we're still gonna be friends. And in future years, Jordan said I may still come up and run the USA Powerlifting Squats and Science Championship up there in New York. So it's not like there's any hard feelings or anything like that. It's just me going to where I think there's a better opportunity for me and putting my effort into that and seeing how far that'll take me, being part of a different type of team with the Strength Guys. If you have any further questions about this or anything like that, you know, you guys can always contact me. You can comment down below. I answer all my comments. In the description, you can see my Instagram if you want to message me on Instagram, and I'll put my emails down there too if you want to contact either of my emails. And if you have any questions about, you know, coaching services or anything like that, I always have the free 30-minute consultation. You can always set up an appointment with me and we can talk about whatever you want to figure out what your goals are, what you're looking for, whether it would be a good fit, and help you dominate on the platform. But other than that, hope you guys had a good week. Hope you guys are excited for this new change for me. Hope you guys have a good weekend, of course, and I'll see you in that next video.